For a lot of my life, I've always been a very go-with-the-flow person. I ate whatever was around, I didn't tend to worry about people's drama, and I was perfect right off the bat. Wait, no, that's not how it happened at all. I hate peas. Though I have met a lot of people who talk about themselves like that. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad mentality, but the fact of the matter is, you're just wrong. And it's not your fault. I was always a cocky guy, athletic and competitive. Everything I did was always the best way of doing things, and I was at the center of the universe. I mean, why wouldn't I be? I'm the main character of my story, am I not? Everyone else could be nothing more than a figment of my extremely active imagination. All I knew for sure was I was the most important person in my life, and those who were smarter, well, we don't worry about those guys. It wasn't until recently, in realizing how my mind truly works, that I started utilizing my objective strengths. Strengths that are not particularly innate to others, like my ability to engage with strangers. I'm such a people person, and I never knew to what extent. Pair that with my ability to learn from the insights of others, and you have yourself all the ingredients you need to grow. Only issue now is figuring out where drive comes from and how to manifest it, realizing what it is I want to do, and how to keep my ego at bay so I can improve instead of trying to tell myself that I'm perfect and have no flaws to refine. After really pondering this for a while, I ended up realizing that everything just kinda sucks sometimes. And it's a good thing. Now wait a minute, Barry, you crazy procrastinator. Yeah, sorry about the videos, guys. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Well, let me tell you a story. King Arthur was in search of a most cherished possession, the Holy Grail. This was something that he needed, something he had been searching for that had been lost to time. So what was it King Arthur did? He sent his knight to the Round Table into the darkest depths of the forest, sent to the most vicious, dangerous, and evil places searching for the cup. For darkness be the gateway to the answers you seek. Now, whether you believe in the tales of King Arthur or not, the metaphor is worth retaining. If you've ever been through a breakup or a loss in a family, you may notice, yes, a lot of pain, but also a lot of growth. In the case of a relationship, you'll find yourself more prepared to listen to your next partner, to play into the give and take. You may also have realized that what you're looking for stems a lot deeper the second or third time through. As your heart's broken, your mind refines, and as much as it sucks, it's this growth that I've always been envious of. See, I didn't have a lot of struggle. My parents, for who they are, did the best they could and always supported us. I never worried about acne or losing my hair at a young age. I'm also attractive enough and never really worried about watching my weight. Now, I don't say these things to brag. I come to realize that in learning how best to shape yourself, self-awareness demolishes humility. I can be as objective as I want about my shortcomings, misfortunes, and whatever leg up I've ever had, but self-awareness has also shown me that while yes, I never went through those modern and maybe even mundane tribulations, those around me who did, they would tend to grow, leaving little old carefree Barry behind. I was no longer worth the conversations. I was kept simple because I hadn't gone through those hardships. Not that I never did, and they did help refine me. See, I was a Jehovah's Witness growing up. I didn't learn from relationships as I wasn't able to have them. The ones I would have, I had to keep secret. When the relationship broke apart, I had to bottle things in so as not to give away the secret that I'd been maintaining. Talk about an unhealthy practice, and I taught myself nothing more than to hide my feelings away and treat relationships as they were meant to be wasted. It was no benefit of me to go through the pain, which I'm sure many out there would also remark on. The fact was, I was handling the situation wrong. Look, guys, I'm a dude. And we men don't cry unless we run out of beer. But exploring those more difficult or annoying emotions can blast you years beyond your peers simply because you were brave enough to confront your mind. I have a friend who meditates. Now, I'm not telling everyone to get into meditation or anything, but what he does and why fascinated me. In the morning, he makes sure to consciously breathe deeper than what is natural. He does this until he's breathing that deep for his entire day. Muscle memory takes over eventually, and he's always inhaling more oxygen than the rest of us. Selfish prick, but what it's doing for him is supplying more oxygen to his brain. He feels more alert every day simply because he's not a console gamer. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's run with this analogy. Imagine you're a computer game. PC gamers unite, am I right? When you get a game on the PC, the first thing many of us do is go into the settings menu and adjust things around. To an extent, we can do the same thing to ourselves. All it takes is honest self-awareness, which can be the hard part. See, like animals, we are self-aware to an extent. And just like working out, you can train yourself to attain more. Be more self-aware. All it takes is not being afraid of your flaws. This might sound a bit nuts, but I have a few friends who I trust. I'm very open with them. I let them in on any perspective I have, and when they voice their concerns, when they tell me where my mistakes are, when they let me in on my flaws, I treat them as though they've given me gold. A personality flaw is like having zits you can't see, or lettuce in your teeth that is visible to everyone else except you. Your ego is kind only to you because it has your best interests in mind, no matter how selfish they are. Getting to this point with people can be difficult. Some people have a real tricky time taking criticism. The only reason I got so good at it is because of some of you lovely folks in the comments section. But what I've learned from letting that pain in has more value than the emotion could have ever affected me. We all have innate strengths and weaknesses. The best thing you can do is utilize those strengths. Use them in congruence with what you're passionate about. Failing is just a part of life. Nobody comes out of the womb perfect. You start stupid, that's the point. Have friends around you who will let you in on your flaws, and do the same for them. I refine my thoughts best through others. Some refine them best alone. You need to do whatever works for you. When it comes down to it, you're nothing more than a fleshy bag of perspective. That perspective is the most interesting and unique thing about you, so don't let anyone tell you how to think. I am now a very go with the flow person. I eat whatever's around, I don't tend to worry about people's drama, and I'm not perfect. If telling yourself that bothers you and you've chosen to reflect on that, then your future is already in your hands.